with a lot of money, funds, and resources going into our armed forces, we should be asking for better outcomes. We should be looking at time frames. It shouldn't be an endless war against the insurgents. Can we really afford to fund our armed forces and other security agencies better, given the fact that we now have more revenues? Distinguished colleagues, I'm Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan. I represent Yobe Senatorial District. Mr. President, let me join my colleagues to sympathize with people and government of Kebbi State, and indeed the people of Nigeria. Mr. President, in 2014, the federal government of Nigeria launched the Safe School initiatives after the Chibok girls were abducted. A former British Prime Minister, Gordon Brown, who then worked with Global Business Coalition for Education, was also in Nigeria to work with our leaders to ensure that we created safe education and learning environments in our schools. Mr. President, some money was contributed by the UN then, $20 million. And of course, the program took off. But as soon as it took off, I think it went down. What has happened in MAGA is simply the kind of situation that we face in almost every part of this country. Just like one of our colleagues mentioned, about 2-3 days ago, a general was murdered in Borno State. A general and his team who were working, fighting insurgency, fighting to protect us. It is very important here, Mr. President, that we address the security situation very squarely. This administration is making a lot of investment in the security sector. I believe that with a lot of money, funds, and resources going into our armed forces, we should be asking for better outcomes. We should be looking at time frames. It shouldn't be an endless war against the insurgents. Can we really afford to fund our armed forces and other security agencies better, given the fact that we now have more revenues than before, and insist on value for money? Or else we look for others who can do it better. I also want to suggest that the relevant committees of the Senate investigate what has happened to the Safe School initiatives. Because this program was at the beginning working, but no one talks about it anymore. What can we do to protect our children, our wards, when they go to school? Mr. President, Nigeria has been taking more than 40, 50 years back educationally because of the insurgency factor in northern Nigeria. And I said Nigeria has been taken back, not northern Nigeria. Because what happens in any part of our country affects the other parts. And it is very important that because these children are our future, we have to do everything possible to ensure that we improve on the security situation generally, but come up with something that will ensure that parents feel comfortable, feel that their children will be protected when they go to school. Otherwise, the dropouts, the withdrawal of kids from schools will continue, and the future of Nigeria will be compromised. I want to thank the president and commend him actually for asking the military or armed forces to go after these people. But time is of essence here for armed forces. As parents, nobody will sleep if their kids are not returned and returned safely. So we have to push as a parliament how far we can push in terms of funding, how far we'll continue to insist on getting value for money. But it is very critical that I insist here that we meet with security chiefs, not only on this, but on other situations that have just reared their heads. Thank you very much for the privilege.
Now, we don't have more.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wonder what 1 minute can do, but I take 1 minute, as you have said. Mr. President, this issue is one that many people don't want to contribute to anymore. Such matters come to this chamber.
Something.
But there are ones that you will see, you must be constrained to talk. This kidnap of 25 school girls and the murder of the vice principal of that school brings to the fore that no matter what we say, it is a security issue. People who are charged with this responsibility are the people who will gear up in their actions. They were kidnapped yesterday or thereabouts. They didn't vanish to the thin air when they were taken away. They were taken away, they're still on the ground, being moved about. So I believe that the security agencies should deploy technology. Even from far places, you can locate these children where they are. The technology we have today makes it possible for tracking to be done. So we are talking, a day has gone, next 2 days, these girls will not be found. So the security agencies should deploy everything. The armed forces cannot protect every square foot of space in Nigeria. They should do mapping.
Thank you very much. Technology should be involved. Thank you very much.
Mapping.
Very good point.
So that we know the flash points.
Thank you.
And see how to deal with extremism.
Very good contribution. Use of technology is very good. Lawan, you have the floor. 1 minute.
Thank you very much.